Hey guys, Tina here with Tina's Inspired Art. Welcome again to my channel. We're going to be doing another very large pour today. It's going to be on another 24 by 48 inch. She's a big one again. And I have gone ahead and drawn out my design on this canvas. The plastic is still on here, and I decided to go forward with drawing my design right on the canvas plastic so I would know how my pour is going to look, as well as the composition on the canvas. I think this design is really going to look very, very nice. Of course, it's botanical. As you can see, I've got a nice curved stem with some nice branches going off, and I think it's a more simplistic design, but so complementary to this long canvas, a 24 by 48. So I really think it complements the entire size of the canvas. But I think this one's going to definitely be another statement piece. I'm really just loving the bigger pieces right now, and I just want to stick with some of these bigger pieces. My designs really just kind of go with that flow, just big, bold, and making a statement basically. So I'm here today to provide you with the passion that I have behind my art, and I sure hope that you'll enjoy this one. All right, so before we begin on this painting, I wanted to share with you a little bit behind the scenes of how I come up with my designs and my inspiration for doing these larger pours. Many of you know, but for those of you who don't know, I keep a sketchbook, and I've been doing this for several years now, but I really like to have a sketchbook for the different ideas that I have for putting on canvas. And I have a few different sketches that these all complement larger canvases, and of course I could do it on smaller ones, but I really want the idea is to ensure that a large canvas will work with these type designs. This is my sketchbook, and this is the sketch in my sketchbook that we will be doing today. So I typically will go ahead and do a sketch in this book. I have many of them in here, this whole page also, that I've been just thinking about different ways that I can incorporate different designs on my canvas. And some look better than others on different size and shape canvases. This is a 24 by 48 that I will be working on, and this design I think is going to look very nice. And I've got several others that I've kind of drawn out, but I think for today's design we are going to go with this one. What do you guys think about this one? So I think it's going to look pretty good, and super excited to get started on this one. I'm going to keep that as my reference so we can work on that together. But here, as you can see, I have my design all drawn out on my canvas. And yeah, we're going to get ready to do this big pour today. I'm going to take off this plastic, and I'm going to put my push pins in my corners, and we'll cover the canvas with my house interior paint, which is way over there. It's a big tub just like my last one, but we'll get this going and get this started. Just say bye-bye to the design. Here we go. This is what we'll do. Take that plastic off. They even had a design on this side too, but it's not one that we're going to be doing today, so I didn't bother showing you that one. Let me just lay that out. Just put them right here in the corners. Very easy. The wood, this wood that these canvases are made of are pine and really nice and soft, so it's super easy to push pins in the corners. And that way, because I have a nice level table, it ends up by being nice and level overall. All right, guys, I think we're about ready to get started. I'm going to lay down my base layer of house interior paint on this canvas. This is how big. All right, so we'll probably put you on fast forward for this portion of it and get the ball rolling on covering and making sure that my canvas is nice and smooth for our pour today. I think we're about ready to get this design started. And yeah, so in my mind, I'm going to start out and I'm referring back to my design. So I'll go like this, kind of just copy my design, draw it out, and then up like this, over like this, one like this, and then a branch coming off there. So yeah, woo, I think it'll look good. I'm going to talk through my color palette for today. I've chosen different selection I think will look pretty nice. We're going to go with an iridescent green blue, an iridescent blue black, a lime green. So I still have a little bit of green in there, but not as much. A glacier light blue, a nice gold, some iridescent white, and this is a magenta. And I think the magenta will really bring that really nice element on a leaf. You sometimes can see like a magenta color on leaves, and I thought this would look really, really pretty incorporated into a leaf. So that's my color choices. I'm super excited. Wish us luck. I'm still thinking about this curve that I'm gonna start like this. I might just like leave that as a stem and not blow it out like a leaf. I want to really keep it nice and thin. So I'll draw it in there, but I may not blow that stem like that. I may take a paintbrush to it. I may take, you know, just a paintbrush and swoosh it instead of doing the blow. So yeah, I may do it like that where I have all the colors, but it'll be more like a swoosh with a paintbrush. So that might look pretty cool, something a little different. So let's get started. So the most important part of it is to really draw out my design first. And I'll start with that curve, like right here. And that one stem right there. So that'll be my first leaf right there. Then I'll carry this through. With it coming out this way. I'll have another stem out this way. And then a branch coming out that way. Okay. And then this way. Okay, it's flowing nicely. I like it. Now, let's see. It's so nice to have a design laid out for you. It really keeps me on track, and it just really helps my mind stay focused and ensuring that my composition is going to look good. Now for this one, I think it's probably right here. There. Like that. The idea is to keep my design on my canvas and not allow it to flow over. I don't want, I prefer it not to flow over the sides. I really want to keep it exactly where it is on my canvas. All right, so that's that. And then this one, I'm probably gonna have to make a couple of little branches off of this one just to get it out there a little bit more. All right, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to put in a little bit more of this color. Like I said, I want this part, I'll probably start it and hopefully I can just swoosh it with a paintbrush and just like that. Hopefully I can do that. Put a little bit more of this color. A little bit of a chunk coming out. Get that off there. Little chunks. Yeah, like this is going to look really pretty. Usually when I use this color, I usually use it first, but I decided to do it in a different order. I haven't used these color selections together. I don't think they'll look good. The only part that I'm a little bit worried about is this. If I can get this going nicely, and I might do that first. It's almost like a flick. Maybe I'll just try to flick it and see what happens. But I have it in my mind. I don't know if it'll actually happen that way. So let's go with the iridescent white. If that bottom part doesn't turn out the way I want it, or close to the way I want it, we could always do something different down there. So praying that it will work. You never know if it's gonna work or not. It's fluid art. It does tend to have a mind of its own, kind of like my curly hair. It's got a mind of its own. It does whatever. The color layering, I think, looks pretty good together. Now for this, it's kind of that magenta. This will really add some brightness. All right. All the paint I'm going to put on there. Hopefully I've got enough. If I feel like I don't have enough, I can pour a little bit of my base layer around the outside to help it move more, but I should have enough. Let's just cross our fingers and we should get going. I'm going to go like this with my paintbrush. Yeah, I think I'm just going to give this a try. I can either paintbrush it, yeah, I may flick it like that. Oh, I'm a little nervous. And if this doesn't work, I can cover it with a little more white paint. Let's just try about right here. And I even like this little swoosh. Maybe just a little bit right there. I want to blow out. Just I'm going to leave this like this. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to maybe just kind of drag this a little curve. Yeah. Just a couple spots here and there. I like it. Now I think it's time just to bring some of this leaf element into it. It looks really pretty like this, colorful, but of course I do want to do that botanical technique to it just a little bit. I think it'll enhance it a little bit more, okay? So here we go. And I actually could put a little focal point like right here where I could swirl it. And I may actually do that right here so it's kind of like swirling. And I'll keep it in this direction. So I will, let's see, okay. Do it like this. Yep. Keep it in this direction. That way it looks like it's going like that. I want to blow out a little bit. Ooh. I like when the plan just comes together. This is definitely a design that will be very unique and I've never seen before, so it's something I was just like sleeping on it and it just came to me. I might do something different around here. Just let it free flowing. Just let it go. Get free flowing. So pretty. These colors look really pretty together. It's going to shimmer too. I'm glad I added that pink. It adds a little softness and just some elegance to it, I think. different. Stand back and look at it. Oh. Yeah, I really like this design. This part does take a while to do, but I like to really be careful and take my time on this piece of it because it makes a difference on how fast you pull your paintbrush through your paint, and that way you're not having a lot of pooling issues. And if that happens, then it's really just undesirable when you see the outcome. And you have a lot of corrections to make. So I just take my time. Now if I do this design again, I think one thing I might do is bring it down just a little bit more, where this will be more about right here. We've got probably 2 inches where I would have liked it to come down a little bit further. That way it's kind of even with where the top ended up, but overall I still think it's still nice and I'm not too concerned over it. So we're just about at the end, and I feel really good that this came out so good. Alright, well, I'm going to take a step back and actually don't really care for what I did right here. I'm going to fix that. Just don't like that little wing hanging out. And Wish it had a little bit more color right there. A little better. I just didn't like how that was looking. Just gonna round that out. That looks a little better. I just didn't like that piece of it. It looks better. Okay, enough fiddling with that. But all right, I think we're just about there. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. When that dries, if it doesn't look good, I can just paint it. It's a little bit muddy looking. So there's a lot of colors, but I think I can put a little bit of this in the middle. That kind of cleaned it up a bit. A nice round circle, and then I just add a little bit of this little pink in the middle of that. All right. So overall, I think she really came out great, guys. Thanks for joining me again today. I'll take you down for a close-up and let you look at this. Hey guys, I'm back, and I went ahead and I looked at that tail end a little bit further and decided I'd do something different. And so I just took my paintbrush and manipulated that tail end of it. And I like it that much better. While I like the swoop, I just feel like this added a little bit more interest, and it just kind of makes it all come together, I think. Let me know what you guys think, because you saw it before, and now here it is after. And I think it just kind of comes all together with that tail end like that. So it's like, it's almost like it's a flower, and it's just kind of opening up. And this is the way it's kind of opening up. So here's a closer look. I think she came out beautiful. These colors, I cannot wait till it dries. Let me know what you guys think of this design. There it is. I look forward to it drying. Thanks again for joining me, guys. Until next time, I'll see you later.